paid program. Views expressed on this program are not necessarily those of CBS Radio, its sponsors, or affiliates.
Alrighty, good morning. Welcome to the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate Business Show, brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. I'm your host, Harvey Freed. Alongside of me, Alex Nafus.
Hey, buddy. Good morning, man.
Hey, good morning, Alex. You saw me get out of the car today shaking a little bit, didn't you?
I did. You were a little freaked out, man.
I'm like, look, there's some icy roads out there. If you haven't caught on, I just took like a 4-mile stretch of 696. There might have been 25 cars off the road in accidents, once flipped over. Folks, go really, really slow. If it looks like it's dry out there, take it easy. That ice will creep up on you. A big-time warning. I don't know where the salt trucks are. I guess they put them away for spring, right?
Away, man.
All right, bring out the fertilizer.
Well, I brought Blue to work today, so I had to drive. I had a passenger with me. So
he's the only one happy that it's snowing outside. Yeah,
big old Alaska mailman. Yeah, I love him, man. He's my buddy.
He's not complaining about it.
No, he's loving life.
We're going to bring you 1 hour of the Hardcore Mortgage Show here. Of course, we take your calls live in the studio at 248-539-9797. Always at Capital Mortgage at 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. It's April 9th. Would you believe it already? Of course, opening day yesterday. A really good vibe in town. Next week, it won't feel like it does today, Alex, as the weather's supposed to get up to 50 in the 60s. And again, it's been home buying season. We're going to talk about home purchases as we always do. We didn't bring a real estate agent in today. We can't get them out of bed this morning, Alex, with these bad roads.
Oh, easy. Take it easy.
No. They just don't want to drive on the icy roads. But we're definitely going to be talking about purchase business out there and how the mortgages blend in with, of course, when your offer and the type of offers you're going to be making. We always talk about timing. And then we talk about mortgage rates. As always, Alex, we are on a roll like you've never seen. Rates still maybe at 45, 50-year lows again. Some of the best rates we've had in the last 12 months are right now. So
I know the weather's gotten, it's funky right now, and it's, this is usually, one of the shows we do where it's, the kickoff of the home buying season, and everyone's finding houses, and, people are ready to make a move, and, the kids are, they're almost out of school. I don't know how long they go to school now.
Just till June.
Till June. I mean, this is usually, the time people find houses and they start making moves. But despite the weather, I've had a lot of clients that have found houses and have come to agreements, with the sellers. And I think it's really going well. I mean, I think the area around here, I personally think we're borderlining on, I don't want to say bubble. I hate to say the B word. But I mean, prices are, they're high. But people are, they're doing the right thing, and I think they're being smart buying the houses, and everything's good right now, man. It's I hate to I think back to 2008 and 9, where it's just the vibe. We come to do the show, and we'd be like bummed out. We'd walk in and we'd be like, dude, this sucks, man. The economy sucks, and the air, it wasn't good. But I mean, I really feel like when I'm out, I feel like everything's good. I really do. I mean, I know it's snowing right now, and we should be playing golf after the show right now. But it's good. The vibe around town, around the area, is very, very, very good.
It starts with employment. There's no doubt about that. The bruises that we took here back in 2006 is, the automotive industry was taking it on the chin. People were out of work. They were shutting down the tool and die shops. Yeah, things were bad around here. But you mentioned you talk about it. We don't like using the word bubbles and stuff like that, but maybe the makings of a bubble, and it has to do with supply and demand. And of course, some of the areas that you might be looking here in Southeast Michigan, there are some areas that, and you've seen it, Alex, where the prices just continue to rise, and the competition for these houses, and people are in these bidding wars. And it all depends if you're willing to maybe spend sometimes $20,000 over the appraised value. You can get that house.
Here, bidding war, take it, dude. If you want it that bad, it's not an auction. I mean, if you have an awesome house and people want to bid over it, great, dude. Let them bid over it. But I'm just telling people, be smart, man. There's nothing you need to get into a bidding war over. It's not like there's 10 houses and 1,000 people bidding on wanting to buy these 10 houses.
Hey, it's all about supply and demand. If you find something you like, you might be prepared to go ahead and spend a little bit more to get that house. Again, it all depends what your timing is. Timing and the motivation of the seller really is the key. We will dive into home purchases as we always do. As folks always call and they say, hey, what's your rate and that kind of stuff. Hey, the better interest rate you want is going to be based on your credit score. So let's figure that whole thing out with credit. If you got great credit, you're usually looking at 760 and above. And if you don't know what your credit score is, it's one of the things you can do now to find out, or what you can do maybe to increase that score a little bit. The better credit, of course, credit report you have, better credit score you have, is going to give you a better interest rate. It just completely works that way. Also, there's other factors involved, Alex, as we often know. Some of the people out there don't know. It's not one size fits all. It's like going to the tailor. You know, every suit does not fit the same guy. So
Why did you go to the tailor? I go.
you ever go to the tailor?
No, I love it. I go here. It's I didn't mean to jump in there, but it's like it is funny. So you know, it's not one size fits all. You know, what I mean, it's like when you say people say like, "What's your rate?" Well, I mean, I don't know. What's your credit score? What's the loan amount? How much? You know, what are you putting down? I mean, everything. There's variables in everything. I mean, the tailor's it's such a funny analogy. I go to it's Mike the tailor. He's at 14 and Woodward.
There you go.
And listen, man, he's not the cheapest guy, but in my opinion, I think he's the best guy.
You know what? You got to have a great tailor. I mean, it's well worth it.
The funny thing is
Cheap suit, good tailor.
No,
Not too cheap.
no. Every time I go into Mike and I have to have my pants let out, he's like, "Yes, Mr. Alex, you are very successsul. I'm very proud of you."
He's a good guy.
Because I'm eating more. You know, he's like, "When you come in, you wear a 32, not even 36."
That's funny. Let me throw the number out there.
4 inches over 10 years.
Yeah, that's not too bad. 248-539-9797. Sort of an old school show for Alex and I. And, you know, again, out there with the weather, you know, it's home buying season. Of course, the Tigers have started the year on a boom. Things are exciting around here at the station. Of course, the Red Wings with a chance to sneak into the playoffs today, which is pretty cool stuff, and the Pistons getting in. So, again, sort of got that whole Detroit vibe going on, Alex. You know, we were talking about all sorts of different things just before the show started, including, like, things like Uber drivers and stuff like that, and just different ways you can save money. And we were just talking about, like, you get into, and I don't want to throw taxis under the bus, just a lot of things in life you don't know until you experience it. I just recently was involved with my first Uber drivers, and I thought the experience was
unbelievable.
unbelievable.
Just now have that app?
I just got it down, and I was down away for a few days.
You're not even
plugged
like
it in.
old.
I'm not even that old, and I just used it. It was awesome. Again, but everyone has a different. You know, I saw it on TV. I saw some guy, an Uber driver, punching people in the head and stuff. So you never know.
No, he got punched. The Uber
He got
driver
punched?
Yeah, the drunk idiot in the back.
That's what all the drivers were saying. Anyways, we got tons to share with you this morning. If you're going to be buying a house, definitely give us a phone call here. We'll give you some great strategies on how to save money. 248-539-9797.
You know,
go ahead. I was just going to dive into qualifying, so go ahead. I'll let you roll.
No, I was going to roll with, you know, we were talking, you made, you know, the tailor analogy, you know, about, you know, going to the right person, you know, and say with the whole, like, what's your rate? And, you know, I said, you know, the guy he's not the cheapest guy around, but I think he's the best tailor around. You know, I took a bunch of calls after the show the other day, last Saturday, about people that, you know, they had less than 20% down and they're paying PMI. And you're talking people that bought houses for like $400,000 and they all had, you know, 10% to put down. And they're paying PMI, which is private mortgage insurance, which, you know, if it was 20% down, you carry PMI, blah, blah. But I'm like, dude, why are you paying, you know, you're at 4.25% and you're paying $250 a month in PMI. And he's like, well, you know, Alex, you know, we didn't have the money put down at the time. I have 2 kids in college and, you know, blah, blah. And dude, I said, listen, man, there's no more you need 20% down to not pay PMI. If you're paying PMI right now, you're wasting money. You need to, you can call the office at 1-800, 1-800 low rate.
There you go.
569-7283. You can call the show 248-539-9797. If you have less than 20% down, you don't need to pay PMI.
Right. There's alternative programs. Let's go ahead and say what it is. I mean, there's an alternative program out there called Lender Pay PMI. You can pay up front PMI. But really with the whole PMI situation, Alex, many people even bought last year or the last 6 years, they have that built-in equity now. I'm really shocked a lot of times when a family called me yesterday. I had a lady call me, 2010, she bought the place. She's got an FHA loan and completely could have refinanced it a year or two after. So she's been throwing some money out the window regarding MIP, that mortgage insurance premium on FHA loans. Hey, look, we're diving into mortgage insurance conversations. We're going to talk about interest rates and all the different mortgage programs. And Steve's call when we come back, 248-539-9797.
The next time you're in Vegas, head to the D Las Vegas. It's not on the Strip. It's in downtown Vegas. The odds are better, the party's bigger, and you'll feel right at home. Book your stay today at thed.com. The D Las Vegas, your home for Detroit sports in Vegas.
Hi, Harry Glantz for Capital Mortgage Funding. Rates are at historic lows, so what are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE and let our award-winning staff help you save money. Look, if you're looking to purchase a new home, refinance your existing home, and you want to save money, call 1-800-LOW-RATE and take advantage advantage of these historic low rates. That's Capital Mortgage Funding, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. What are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE. Capital Mortgage Funding is powered by Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation, NMLS ID number 2289, Equal Housing Lender.
At Davenport University, we believe part of our job is making sure you get a job.
I feel very confident about being able to get a job when I graduate.
They will help you research companies, write your resumes, fill out job applications, mock interviews, and even help you to dress for an interview.
Davenport's Career Services Department helped me hit the ground running when it came to job placement.
Davenport connects you to people who hire our graduates.
There is always an event where you have the opportunity to meet with professionals and business leaders.
Once they see the Davenport is on the resume, they flock to those students.
Ask any of the students who graduated from Davenport University. They can tell you they've gotten jobs.
And Davenport does more than just prepare you for a job.
Davenport University actually helps you find jobs.
For a head start in a business, technology, or health career, head to Davenport and get where the world is going.
Continuing your education is easier than you think. Transfer your prior college credits by calling 800-686-1600. Classes begin May 9th.
Everyone brings a unique set of skills and experience to the job search equation. Let Michigan Works work with you to identify the career path best traveled to employment at no cost. Michigan Works offers one-on-one career advising, access to training, and matchmaking with companies looking to hire the right individuals with the right job skills. No cost, great rewards. Your success starts right here. To learn more, visit yoursuccess.work. That's yoursuccess.work. Michigan Works is an equal opportunity employer.
Hi, Doug Manns here with Manns Lumber and Millwork. Thinking about replacing or installing a new deck this year? Do it right and install Trex decking. It's the deck that will last a lifetime. Best of all, you'll never have to stain your deck again, ever. Manns Lumber has a team of Trex Platinum Pro installers ready to help get your project started today. We have plenty of Trex samples in stock, or schedule an appointment with a Trex Platinum installer, and they'll come to your home anywhere in Southeast Michigan. Click on manslumber.com and schedule your appointment today. Call 1-800-TRY-MANS or click on manslumber.com.
Did you know a dirty CPAP system can make you sick? If you knew what could be growing in your mask and hose, you might not sleep so well. But now, SoClean.com has released the world's first and only automated CPAP cleaner and sanitizer. It kills 99.9% of all CPAP germs, and it's completely hands-free. For a limited time, you can try SoClean risk-free for 30 days. Just call 1-800-400-3464.
SoClean changed the CPAP experience for the better. My health has improved. It's simple to use, and I'm not worried about infections.
SoClean destroys CPAP bacteria, viruses, and germs with no hassle. Never have to clean your machine by hand again. There's no water, chemicals, or disassembly. Just pop in your mask, close the lid, and presto, your CPAP system is clean and fresh in minutes. Call SoClean.com to try it risk-free at home for 30 days. This is a limited time offer, only available by calling 1-800-400-3464. That's 1-800-400-3464.
Jessica? Who's there? I'm that little voice in your head that reminds you of important things. Doctor's appointments, school plays. By the way, Dylan needs granola bars for soccer.
Okay, fine. What do you want?
I need to remind you to check your Shop Your Way account for surprise points.
I forgot about those.
Yeah, I know. They're yours to use at Sears and Kmart on anything you want. Jewelry, patio furniture, maybe a new jacket for spring.
Where is my jacket?
Cleaners, ready on Thursday.
Surprise points valid until April 13th. Amount of points awarded based on membership status and other factors. Ask to redeem your points at checkout. Exclusions apply. See shopyourway.com for details.
All across America, great things happen on Sundays. You know, long naps, football games, Sunday dinners at Mom's house. Well, now, thanks to Super 8 Hotels, even if you're on the road, great things can happen for you, too. That's because now through Memorial Day, when you book a Sunday stay at Super8.com, you'll get $8 off your stay. An always dependable room at a great rate. Now with an added bonus of $8 off through May 22nd. Terms and conditions apply. Learn more at Super8.com.
Text the ticket anytime, 24/7 at 97136. The Gallianas Van Dyke Dodge Ticket Text. Don't overpay. Get into Gallianas Van Dyke Dodge today.
This month, the participating Napa Auto Parts store. Buy a Napa 5-gallon bucket for $3.99 and get 20% off any items you can fit in it. Plus, they'll donate $1 to the Intrepid Fallen Heroes Fund for every bucket sold. That's Napa know-how. Minimum 3 items. Some exclusions apply.
If you ever miss Karsh and Anderson on 97.1 The Ticket, you can always hear their highlights at play.it, your new podcast network for best-in-class on-demand shows.
Welcome back to the show, 9:16 6:16. It's the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate Business Show, brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. Hey, give us a call, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. Always live in the studio, 248-539-9797. Steve, thanks for calling in from Clinton Township. You got a question about VA loans. Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Morning, sir.
My question was, I got out of service a year ago. I want to use my VA loan. My wife and I looked at my house in July. Can I still use the VA loan as a co-signer?
So, what you want to? Why do you want to? I'm not following the question, dude. So you're a veteran, and we thank you for your service. That's awesome, dude. What are you talking about, co-signer? The VA loan's going to be in your name.
Well, my wife's credit score is a lot higher than mine because my ex-wife ruined my credit before we got divorced.
Ex-wives, they just awful.
What's going on with those ex-wives? You can do
Unbelievable.
a joint. Yeah, you can get the house, Steve, with your wife. So you'll use your VA eligibility. Yeah, what's your credit score?
I'm around 620, and she's in the mid 700s.
You can make it work.
Yeah. So Steve, here's how it's going to work. You're going to be the primary borrower on the transaction. Your wife's going to go on there as well. VA doesn't have. There's no pricing adjustment for credit score. So as long as your loan's approved, you're good to go.
Which it should be, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, Steve, it's a great question and it's a great call. Yeah, you're good to go. You can buy, man. I mean, that'll be awesome. You'll be a homeowner in come July.
Yeah, are you in a lease or something, Steve? What's up?
I'm in an apartment right now.
When's that up?
We were saving up for to put down a decent down payment. We have 5 children as well. So.
Oh, you guys been busy. Steve, here's the thing, man. VA 0 down, dude. 0 down, no PMI, so no private mortgage insurance. I mean, you can basically, if we structure the deal the right way, you can come to closing and sign papers and get a house with no money out of pocket.
Yeah, the sellers can pay those closing costs and set up your escrow account for you. So if you qualify, I mean, you got a lot of mouths to feed there. But if your debt-to-income ratio is good, you guys could be homeowners now. What are you paying in rent? Just curious.
$895, and then about another $60 for a storage unit that we need to use.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Get yourself a house. I mean, you're talking $925 to $950 range. You're probably looking at a $120 to $135 house, depending upon what the property taxes are.
Okay.
I mean, you're right there. I mean, the benefits of home ownership, Steve, there's a lot of people who haven't bought a house before. This time they're finding out if they bought a house last year. When you go see your CPA and you show them all the interest you've been paying on your mortgage, you get to write off the taxes, you get to write off the closing costs when you purchase the house. You get a big chunk of change back. And I'll tell you again, owning a house for $1,000 payment is like renting for about $750. So I think we're going to give you a call and see if we can point you in that direction. I think the key with you is see if we can bump up your credit score a little. Not that it affects you, just sort of get your ducks in a row. And also, although it doesn't necessarily take money to own a house, it's nice to have some because you got moving expenses, you got to turn on the cable and the utilities at the new house. It's going to take some money, obviously. You got some family that can help you out too, I bet, right?
Yeah, my credit score it's supposed to go up. I just paid off most of my credit card bills. They haven't hit the credit report yet, so I'm just waiting for that to hit, and then mine should go up.
Well, as Alex said, thank you for your service, Steve. We're going to give you a call after the show and see if we can get an approval letter in your hand, and we'll wish you good luck and hopefully turn you into a homeowner. Thanks for the call. Appreciate that.
All right, thank you.
All right, come and join our show this morning. It's 920-248-539-9797. We always throw out that warning because I'm not kidding. I like to drive fast. I drive fast. I'm a pretty aggressive driver.
A fast driver?
I'm an aggressive driver, and I'll tell you, there was I'm shaking this morning. There's some ice out on 696. There's 20, 30 accidents there, and I'm not exaggerating. Definitely go slow if you're on the wheel this morning. Take it easy. You'll get there soon enough. 248-539-9797. Hey, let's roll off to Brian. He's got a question in Macomb. Hey, Brian, welcome to our show.
Hey, how's it going?
Morning, sir.
Good. Thanks for taking the call. I have a question. I have a 30-year fixed right now. I'm 3.5 years in at 3.75. I just took a second out on the home, 20-year. It's fixed rate, fixed term loan at 4 3/4. I'm looking at possibly refinancing and rolling both into one. I want to know if this is a good idea or not. Currently on the first mortgage, I'm paying $150 extra towards principal, and on the second, I'm paying $100 a month extra on principal. So should I keep just doing that, or am I better off rolling them both into and looking at maybe a 15 or 20 year?
Yeah, I mean, if you can wrap them together, I think it's a great way to go. I love shortening the term, man. I mean, to be debt free and have no mortgage, I think is obviously the goal in any financial situation. But yeah, I mean, if you can wrap them together, then it's a great way to go. What are the balances in the first and second?
142 on the first and 40 on the second.
And what's the house worth, you think, if you had to ballpark it?
I just did the second. Home appraised for 265.
Oh, you're fine.
Oh, you got to wrap them together.
Yeah, you're wrapping
100% wrap those together. 100%, man. Absolutely, Brian.
Okay, and do you think if I was going to do that, I mean, do you think it's better to do a 20 and pay extra on it, or just do the 15 to be done with it?
You make that decision. You know what? We'll show you the numbers.
Yeah, I mean, you look at it both ways, man. I mean, you really got to think of it based on your personal situation. I mean, do you have any credit card debt or anything, or no?
No. I mean, it maybe carry 1,000 and 2,000, and that's all on 0% interest credit cards. That gets paid off anyways before the term ends. So.
I like the 15-year if you can swing it. I mean,
you get that better rate.
The rate's a little bit lower on a 15-year. I mean, if you can do it, but I mean, I'll show you the numbers both ways. Here, if we do a 20-year, I can give you the amortization schedule for a 15-year, and you can always pay X amount more per month and go that way.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, definitely. I'll call you for the show, Brian.
I think I appreciate it.
Thanks, dude.
Thanks for the call, Brian. I was crunching some numbers, and that difference between a 15 and 20 year, and in that ballpark, it's like $150 to $180. Again, I don't have my calculator in front of me, but it's almost a night out on the town. If you go out on a real nice night, dinner and a movie at a real nice restaurant, all of a sudden you could have a 15-year mortgage, knock 5 years off your loan. So
yeah, I mean, I like paying it off. I hate having debt. When I see people with credit card debt, I mean, like it gives me anxiety when I see someone that has like $50,000 in credit card debt. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe these people do this. And I really do. As much as I talk about paying your mortgage off and paying your credit cards off and all that, and not carrying any debt. I mean, I practice what I preach. I'm 37 years old. My house is almost paid for. I mean, and there are things that I've sacrificed. Trust me, I'd like to be in Cabo right now.
We always talk about
I'm
that.
Not.
Right
here in the snow.
We always talk about that great equity position most families have now because the values have come back. So everyone's diving in and grabbing those home equity loans. But the truth is, most of the calls we get about consolidating are to consolidate the first and the second mortgage and reduce the term. And typically that's the way to go. When we do the math, the client's eyes lit up. They're like, really? Do your project, get the money, figure out where you're at, then consolidate, do that rate and term refinance and drop yourself to a 20 or 15 year and get that house paid off. We'll show you the way. 248-539-9797. Let's go off to Craig, and then we got Bob next. Hang in there, Bob. Hey, Craig, good morning from Clarkston. What's going on?
Good morning. Just have a situation where I'm just getting to the point right now where there's a little equity back in my home, but not very much. I probably would be looking at a PMI if I took my second and first and merged them together. The second's for 40, and I think it has a 10-year term and may be coming due. Is there... would you advise that I be proactive and maybe approach the bank on that issue and try and get an extension? Or
absolutely. Yes.
Okay.
100%, Craig. So what's the balance on the first mortgage right now?
The first is 194.
And the second's how much?
40.
And what's the house worth?
And the house is probably in the 250 area.
Yeah, you don't have enough equity to do that.
There's not enough equity to consolidate those. But Craig, here's the thing, man. Yeah. Go ahead, buddy. Go ahead.
Pardon?
I'm listening. Go ahead. I was going to tell you to go
sorry.
Nothing. You're okay. Here's. I'm telling you to go ahead.
You'll talk.
You're fine. I'll talk, Greg. Here's the thing. Contact the second lien holder right now, and be proactive and say, hey, listen, it's coming due. I don't have the $40,000 to pay it off. What are my options?
Yeah.
And they'll renegotiate that. They're in second lien position, so they're going to negotiate with you no matter what.
Yeah, 5 years ago, they're not negotiating with you. Now, there is this one other option, Craig. The option is you can add the first and second mortgage together if you haven't taken money out of your home equity loan in the last 12 months. Do you follow me on that? Have you used your home? Yeah, you can add those two loans together up to 97%. The problem is the loan's an FHA loan, and I think when we crunch the numbers together, it could make sense for you. And if they won't extend your term and they're putting heat on you to refinance it or to pay it off, there is an alternative. There's a way out. But the FHA loan in this case, I don't like it for you because they're going to charge you upfront MIP. The mortgage insurance premium on that's 1.75% tacked down to your loan. All of a sudden,
yeah, that's why I haven't looked into it.
Yeah, I mean, I would crunch the numbers FHA in a pinch, but I like Alex's advice. Call the bank, see if you can extend that home equity line. We're up against a break. Thanks for the call, Craig.
Thanks, Craig.
All righty, keep it.
Thanks.
Hey, Bob, stay on the line there. We've got some open lines, 248-539-9797. We'll be back.
As you're listening to this right now, what are you doing? Maybe grabbing some lunch at the corner diner. Just enjoying a little quiet time at your kitchen table? Perfect, because right now, wherever you are, or wherever you might be going, you could be playing your favorite Michigan lottery games. Just go online to MichiganLottery.com. Play your Powerball and Mega Millions numbers, or your favorite instance like Diamond Payout and Cashword. You can even play Keno games and win cash prizes on the spot, on the go, on any device, your phone, tablet, or laptop. This is big, Michigan. Where do you want to go? Go to MichiganLottery.com. Come on, let's play. Sign up with promo code RADIO to get 10 free games today. That's promo code RADIO. Must be 18 or older, a Michigan resident, and in Michigan at the time of purchase. Additional terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Knowing your limits is always the best bet.
Sometimes repairing or maintaining your vehicle takes more than having the right part. It also takes help from someone who knows how to get the job done right. Every day at one of the 77 Detroit area O'Reilly Auto Parts stores, teams of friendly, well-trained professional parts people help customers get the advice and exact part they need to get back on the road fast. With thousands of parts and accessories at guaranteed low prices and a team of knowledgeable parts professionals, you'll see why certified technicians have counted on O'Reilly Auto Parts for more than 57 years. It's all a part of our service commitment to you, our Detroit customers. Stop by one of the 77 Detroit area O'Reilly Auto Parts stores today and see for yourself. O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts, better prices every day.
Wallside didn't invent the window business, though some believe we reinvented it, with the idea that the customer is everything, that windows should be custom made for each home, service should be all about your needs, not ours, and that true success is measured in smiles, not sales. Now we're celebrating our 72nd anniversary by offering 72 months interest-free, no down payment, plus get every second window free. Call Wallside today, 1-800-521-7800.
Hi, I'm Carl Deichler, the CEO of Beachbody, and I'm here to tell you about an amazing new way you can start losing weight for free right now. You've probably seen our workout DVDs on TV like P90X, Insanity, and 21 Day Fix. We just launched a beta trial of our new digital video platform, Beachbody On Demand. So while we're testing out this new digital video service, I'm inviting you to use it for free for 30 days. That means you can lose 10 pounds, 20 pounds, even 30 pounds without paying a dime. Text the word PUSH to 313131 and you can do 30 days of P90X, Insanity, or any of over 400 workouts for free. Now, here's the catch. In return, all I ask is you let us know what you think of the service so we can make Beachbody On Demand the best fitness and weight loss site ever created. Just text PUSH to 313131 and get started for free right now. Again, text PUSH to 313131.
Message and data rates may apply. Membership fees apply after 30-day trial. Cancel anytime.
Grow Green Michigan, a 25,000 square foot facility in Whitmore Lake, buys products from suppliers in bulk, and that savings is passed on to the grower. At Grow Green Michigan, you can walk in and purchase, or they can ship to 48 states. Open weekdays 9 to 7, Saturday 11 to 5. Grow Green Michigan features a staff of highly trained horticulture specialists and electrical engineers from MSU. Grow Green's fleet of vehicles will discreetly deliver the finest products. Grow Green on M36 in Whitmore Lake, or click growgreenmi.com. 24 Seconds Bar and Grill in Berkeley is the place to be for everything sports. Catch all the Detroit baseball games with Labatt Blue and Blue Light bottles, just $2.50 during the game. And great specials during the Detroit hockey and basketball playoff pushes. 24 Seconds in Berkeley. 24secondsbar.com.
Sports news all day, every day. This is 97.1 The Ticket.
Brought to you by the Michigan Lottery. Tigers, Yankees, yes, today at Comerica Park, 1:10. Hear that right here at 97.1 The Ticket. Our broadcast begins at 12:40. Mike Pelfrey making his Tiger debut, hoping to piggyback on the debut by one Jordan Zimmerman. 7 shutout innings and routes to the Tigers 3-0 start. A 4-0 win over the Yankees. Miguel Cabrera went deep. Pistons clinch a playoff spot for the first time since 2009 with a 112-99 win over the Washington Wizards. Oakland University guard Kay Felder declares for the NBA draft. Red Wing hockey Hockey today at the Rangers on AM 950 WWJ. It begins at 12:10. The Wings win. They're in the playoffs for the 25th straight year. They lose. They need help. Meanwhile, at the Masters Golf Tournament, Jordan Spieth, the one-shot lead of Rory McIlroy through 2 rounds. Looked like he might run away with it, but he still leads through 6 consecutive rounds now at the Masters. He was a wire-to-wire winner a year ago. At Ticket Update Desk, I'm Jeff Lesson. For more, 97.1theticket.com.
The baseball team that Detroiters love most. The Detroit Tigers live here.
Alrighty, welcome back to the show. It's the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate Business Show brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. I'm your host, Harvey Free, with Alex Nafusi, right beside me, 9:32 this morning. Take it easy out on the roads. Of course, Jeff Lesson giving you all sorts of information, what's going on in the world of sports. Hopefully the Tigers sneak that game in today. Definitely not baseball weather.
I get so sad when we talk about golf and it's snowing out.
Yeah, that's not good.
My buddy Mark, who played golf in Miami of Ohio, was down at the Masters the other day, and he said, and I'm a good golfer. He said, dude, he goes, you would shoot 120.
Oh, that's a tough course, yeah.
He's like, it's unbelievable.
These guys are hitting the ball far. They're bigger, stronger, better.
Yeah.
Just like Capital Mortgage Funding. Hey, if you need a mortgage,
bigger, stronger, better.
There you go. Call Capital 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. That's where you can find Alex and myself all week long. All weekend long, we have a full staff there. And if you need a real approval letter, we'll run you through the system and get you approved and organized to close on a purchase. That's the key. Hey, a lot of those return buyers are coming back, the boomerang buyers, we call them. And, again, you might have had some financial difficulty in the past, foreclosure, bankruptcy. Give us a call. Find out how soon you can buy a house. Find out everything about what you got going on, whether you have tax liens that you haven't paid off. We can give you some information on that. If you do have federal tax liens, and of course tax season, you only got about another week or so to file. Again, file your taxes. Get that. If you don't have the money to pay Uncle Sam, get a payment plan intact. Uncle Sam's reasonable. Send the paperwork in. Your CPA accountants can help you. Cut the deal with the IRS. If you have a payment plan intact and you've made 3 payments on that, you can go ahead and move forward and get a mortgage. Yeah, you just got to show that you're doing the right thing. Anyways, tons of information to share with you. Call the experts at Capital Mortgage at 1-800-LOW-RATE. Hey, Brad out there in Sterling Heights, you've got a question about refinance, and then we'll get to Bob. Hey, Brad, good morning.
Hey, guys, how are you?
Good morning, sir. What's going on?
So I got a question, and I don't know if it's a double-edged sword, what the answer would be, but basically, I bought my house about 3 years ago. I owe $140 on it right now, and I was told recently by my realtor with all the upgrades I've done, I could probably do $185, $190.
Good. Okay.
With that being said, I'm at 3.25 right now when I did buy it, but I still pay $85 a month on my PMI, which I would really love to go. If I refinance, I'm probably not going to get a 3.25. But would my PMI go away, and would that all equal out to just being where I am right now?
Are you on a 15-year or a 30-year?
It's a 30-year I'm at right now.
You're at 3.25 on a 30-year fix?
Wow. You're like right when the rates probably were at the all-time low if you got 3.25.
Absolutely, yes.
It's just timing in life. Yeah, and did you pay normal closing costs to get that? You didn't pay any points or anything, did you?
No.
Oh, wow.
I paid the bare minimum for closing costs. I think I paid 7%.
7% in closing costs on $140,000.
We'll let you look into that one.
$10,000.
Yeah, you didn't pay that much.
There's no way you paid that much.
But Brad, I like his question, Alex. There's no doubt if you got rid of the PMI and just took a little bit higher rate, I'd like to see what the math looks like. But I don't want you to go back to 30 years. Is there any way you would consider maybe doing the 20-year?
As long as my payment, I'm comfortable with my payment right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. If I refinance, I really don't want to go too much higher. But if it's kind of like a weird line, isn't it? Of what I would gain by refinancing.
I mean, are you on a conventional loan right now? It's not an FHA.
Yeah.
I got to run all the numbers and take a look for you, man. I mean, I'd like to shorten the term. If we can maybe take it down to a 20-year and keep the rate close to where we are right now. I mean, here, 3.25 when you're paying $80 a month in PMI on $140,000, it's basically like paying like 3 7/8.
Okay.
When you do the math behind it. So if we can cut that PMI and shorten the term, I mean, it could make sense. But I mean, you hit the nail on the head. It's a double-edged sword. I mean, you got to look at everything.
Right.
But let me do this, dude. Let me call after the show. Mostly done run some numbers. If it makes sense, we'll do it. And if not, I'll tell you to hang tight. I mean, 3.25 is a great rate, man. Yeah, awesome. Thanks, Brad.
That's a great question. Of course, it all depends how long Brad's going to stay in the place. There's a couple other variables on there, but that's interesting. Again, not always about having the lowest interest rate. Sometimes if you remove the mortgage insurance, you have a little bit higher interest rate and you knock the term down 5 or 10, or in this case, maybe if he's only been there for 2 years, maybe he can knock 8 years off the loan. Lots of ways to save money out there. Call the experts here, Capital Mortgage Funding, or join us here on the show, 248-539-9797. And Bob, thanks for calling in and hanging there on the line. We really appreciate it. Bob from Livonia, what's going on?
Thanks for taking my call. I got, my stepdad passed away about a year ago, and I took his house over. He has a mortgage, or I don't know if it's conventional loan through a local credit union of about $39,000. For the past year, I've been paying on that. But they told me that they know he's deceased, and they're to the point where they want to close the loan. I got terrible credit. I'm wondering if it's possible to get a mortgage for, say, $50,000 so I can make some home repairs.
Well, who's entitled to
the house?
Yeah, who's entitled to the house?
It's in the estate's name.
It didn't go through probate yet? Wouldn't it have already gone through probate? So what's the attorney say? There's got to be, talk to me about the attorney. What's he telling you?
It's not the attorney, it's the credit union that's telling me that.
No, we know that. But there's got to be an attorney involved. Is there a state attorney involved?
No.
I think that's what we need to get you, Bob. There's two things going on. A, we got to somehow get this to go through probate to show that the intentions of the stepfather were to give you the house. I'm sorry, obviously, that he's deceased and all that, but it's about preparing for life. If you own a property, it's nice to have someone else's name on title, a will, an estate, some sort of plan for the future. But you're going to need an estate attorney to handle this, to go over his situation. They're just not going to fork. You just can't say, it's their house. It's just not going to work like that. You're just going to have to hire an attorney. Now, once they hire an attorney, I think that you'll be able to work something out with the institution. Now, down the road, we got to run your credit, Bob. We got to fix your credit up. What's going on that your credit's not, good? What's going on?
Just a lot of past bills that I wasn't able to keep up with. In the past year, I've been cleaning them up. I think I owe about $3,000 or $4,000 in old debts right now.
That's not too bad.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
And I was cleaning it up with the intention of applying for a mortgage.
Bob, here's the thing, man. You really need an attorney, and when you get people that pass away, and I'm sorry for your loss. You really need someone that's a professional, that does this 100% for a living, because that bank's going to boss you around. If you're not on title and you have no claim to to that property, and you're not on the mortgage. I mean, there's what's called the due on sale clause. When someone passes away, they can call that note due. And it sounds like your heart's in the right place. You want to do the right thing. I mean, you really need someone to give you professional advice and make sure you don't get bullied by them.
Okay.
Fair enough. I'll call you for the show. Give you some attorneys, and we'll go from there.
All right.
Appreciate your help.
Awesome.
Right, Bob.
Thanks, Bob. Take care.
I really hope he gets the house too. I hope that like 6 months or a year, whatever it is, he gets a house, and then also we can show him some ways to maybe save a few extra dollars, get his debts all straightened out, improve that credit score, and make it happen. You got all that. He's got a ton of equity, I'm sure, in that house in Livonia. So again, do the right thing if you're out there and you're a homeowner. Get a trust, do an estate. There's a lot of things. Put people on title that you think you want to leave the property to. Now, again, if you haven't paid the property taxes, don't start throwing family members on the title of the house and things like that and jam them up for a long time. But get more professional people involved in your situation. When you're dealing with real estate, it's pretty serious stuff. There's a lot of things you can do to protect yourself. Alex, you want to dive into something? I'm about ready to go.
248-539-9797. You want to join the show? I was driving around Raleigh the other day, because that's what I do, because I just drive around and look at houses. There's so many people right now. I think I probably have 40 pre-approvals out right now, and the majority of my clients, like, we can't find this house, and this guy wants this much for this, and there's people that they really can't. They've had a tough time finding what they want. And I was talking to my buddy Patrick Ray, who owns Hill and Homes, the other day. And, he does a lot of the fill-in building.
Yeah, they're beautiful homes. Yeah, they're awesome.
Really, dude, the guy does awesome stuff, man. And, as much as I wasn't a fan of new construction, I really like what he does.
Oh, yeah.
You're able to, lay out exactly what you want.
There's a salute out there to all those fill-in builders, because there's some gorgeous stuff going around all around Southeast Michigan. All right, when we come back, all of your calls, 248-539-9797.
Monopoly at McDonald's. No purchase necessary. Open to U.S. residents. Ends 4/25. See official rules at participating McDonald's or play at mcd.com for more details. Void where prohibited.
We're from 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
Honey, the magic is here.
We point at junk and it disappears, right?
Point at something.
Even if it's outside?
Anything.
That was fun.
I love this.
All you have to do is point.
The house feels so much bigger.
We come when it's convenient for you.
Call today before noon and we'll be there today. Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK?
1-800-GOT-JUNK.
Or visit 1-800-GOTJUNK.com.
Spring is finally here, and Ball Equipment of Richmond is once again proud to announce Eastern Michigan's largest lawn and garden sales event of the year, the 4th annual Moorfest 2016. Chris Ball here, personally inviting you to join us on April 22nd, 23rd, and 24th for the lowest prices of the season on Husqvarna, Gravely, and Cub Cadet outdoor power equipment. Stop by our outdoor display tent all weekend long to shop our huge inventory of products backed by Ball Equipment's 72 years in the lawnmower business. For 4 generations, my family has always believed that while price is important, it's the service after the sale that really counts. So if it's time this year to purchase a new piece of equipment for the home or garden, let the big box store sell you a ladder. We will sell you a lawnmower. That's Mowerfest 2016, April 22nd, 23rd, and 24th, only at Ball Equipment, located on Main Street in downtown Richmond. Ball Equipment, Eastern Michigan's outdoor power equipment superstore since 1944.
Black Friday savings. In the spring, you'll find them now at the Home Depot. Get a free refill when you buy Ortho's Weed B Gon or Home Defense, or Roundup's Extended Control or Max 365. One application and weeds and bugs will be history. Guaranteed. And with a free refill, their future is also in doubt. Enjoy a weed-free, bug-free summer with Ortho, Roundup, and Spring Black Friday savings now at the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. While supplies last, valid through April 17th.
Beautify your outdoors at English Gardens with the best selection of plants and flowers, patio furniture, and so much more. This week, Scott's best 4-step lawn program. Only $59.99 after instant rebate. And get a $20 gift card. 6 convenient locations.
Policies issued by American General Life Insurance Company, Houston, Texas. Not available in all states. For details, visit AIGdirect.com.
It takes a lot of courage to face your own death, but I'm glad I finally did. See, I was putting off getting life insurance to protect my family, even though I knew it was important. Then my neighbor's husband died. I watched her struggle emotionally and financially. It really made me face reality. If my husband died, how would I pay the mortgage, the car payments, or keep up the life the kids and I had? I realized I needed to get us life insurance right away. So I called AIG Direct. In less than 5 minutes, I had a quote. I was shocked at how affordable it is. Just $14 a month for $250,000 of term life coverage. I feel so much better knowing my family has protection.
Call AIG Direct right now for a free no-obligation quote. The call takes less than 5 minutes, and you can save up to 70%. Call now, 1-800-500-0363. That's 1-800-500-0363. 1-800-500-0363.
The Yankees are in town for the home opening weekend against your Tigers, and 97.1 The Ticket will be all over Comerica Park all weekend. We'll be broadcasting from Gate A before every game this weekend. And look for the street team with your chance to win Michigan Lottery's Bonus Ball Bingo $3 instant game. You could win up to $100,000 with more chances to win at mymibingo.com. Instant games. Put some play in your day. Tickets for all Tigers home games are on sale now. Call 866-66-TIGER or visit tigers.com.
On your radio and streaming worldwide, we show the world what Detroiters are made of. 97.1 The Ticket.
Alrighty, welcome back to the show. It's the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate Business Show brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. Give us a call at Capital all day long, all weekend long at 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. Here's what you'll get. The lowest closing costs in the state of Michigan, the best service, and the best interest rates. That's a home run. Call Capital, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. We've got some calls to get to here. We got Mike calling in from Westland. Hey, Mike, good morning. What's going on?
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Good morning, sir.
Listen, I have a question about a mortgage, of course. Trying to talk my daughter into buying a house instead of throwing away money renting.
I agree.
And I'm just wondering, is there a minimum amount that you have to mortgage to get a mortgage? If she can find a house for 20 or 30 grand, can she get a mortgage for that amount?
Well, where are you going to get a house for 20 or 30 grand that you're going to put your daughter in? Where's that going to be?
Where?
Yeah.
Well, it's one that I just finished remodeling that I did for a customer. It's a very nice house in Westland. It's in, on the border of Wayne and Westland.
Sounds great. I didn't know you could.
That it's gonna,
yeah,
and I know it's going to go up for sale real soon. And I know that the owners said, maybe we can get 20 grand for it. And I'm like, I'll get 20 grand for it.
Oh, there's no way. How big is the house?
How do you get a house for 20 grand?
It's a small 2-bedroom, 850, 900 square feet. Good starter home.
Sounds good to me. I mean, look. Here's how you would do it. You got a few down, Mike. You got a house, right? You got a house, right?
I got a few.
Okay, Mike. If you're mortgageable, maybe we could pull $20,000 out of, and you could get a mortgage and pull $20,000 out of your house, one of the houses you have, and then use the money to buy the house for cash. Keep it simple. I mean, when you do a mortgage, think about this: a mortgage. The closing cost would be about $2,200 on any mortgage, appraisals, title insurance, closing fees.
Sure.
The title companies in town charge between $450 and $600 just to close the transaction. So it just wouldn't make sense that you're paying $10% of fees,
cost.
in
cost to obtain a $20,000 mortgage. So I like the idea. I'm going to call you back.
What's a 30,000? Okay, say it's more, 30, 35,000.
It's all the same, Mike.
Is there a minimum?
It's $50 more. Look, most lenders in town would go ahead and tell you that their minimum on a first lien position would be $50,000. But you could get a home.
That was my question.
Yeah, I mean, you could get a home equity loan. Potentially, she could probably get a home equity loan if she qualifies. But there's no doubt that if you're going to rent, she's going to be paying $500 or $600.
She can't a home equity loan. She doesn't own it. I mean,
no, you can take home equity loan, Mike.
Oh yeah, I could, but I want her to do this on her own. I want her to establish credit and get some,
Well, you can establish credit with a credit card.
Get her act together. Put it that way.
Okay, well you can get her a credit card to establish credit. You just need to buy a house.
Well,
Mike, I think I love where your head's at. It's in a good place. You want to hook up your daughter. However, we can always give you guys a call, maybe give her some more information about it. I mean, there's a lot of responsibility, though. I mean, of course, you could own the house. The payment could be really cheap. You got taxes, insurance, upkeep. It sounds like a no-brainer if you could buy a house for $20,000 that's very livable in a safe area. So, hey, we'll follow up with you, Mike. Thanks for the call. We appreciate it.
All right, man. Thanks.
Yeah, all righty. Hey, Jeff out in Livonia, you've got a question about refinancing. Hey, Jeff, good morning.
Morning. How are you?
Good morning, man.
So, a few years ago, about 9 years ago, we moved to Livonia. We've got 2 mortgages on the house, so we don't have any PMI. First mortgage was for about $160,000 at about 6%. The second mortgage, don't remember the percentage, is about $40,000.
It's probably 8%.
Probably, yeah. And it had a 10-year balloon.
Yes.
Okay.
Which is going to be coming up here pretty quick. So, I'm looking I might change jobs here soon. We might need to free up a little bit of money. Looking about combining the two. Now, the house is probably back to worth about what the mortgages were originally for, about $200.
$200, okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty realistic about the value. It could be a little more, but realistically, it's probably around $200. So, what are my options?
Well, you can't go to 100% loan to value. Have you refinanced the second mortgage since you got it?
Haven't touched it. Haven't done anything with it.
So you can actually do a rate and term refinance up to 97% loan to value. So if you owe $200, we need the house to come in at about $207 to make that work.
Okay.
I mean, it's really going to be heavily contingent upon the appraisal. I think we do an appraisal and see what happens, man. I mean, it's that balloon's coming due on the second, so you're going to owe that $40,000. So I mean, we got to give it a shot.
Hey Jeff, did you ever check it out to see if the first mortgage was a HARP loan?
No.
It could
didn't know
be.
that was possible.
I wonder if it is.
It doesn't matter. He wants to wrap them together.
No, not if you can't add them together. If there's not enough equity there, maybe because you said 6% on that first mortgage, right?
Yeah, it's roughly 6%.
Well, the one thing for sure is, all these years have slipped by. You've been there a while, and I wish you would have got more equity by paying down the first mortgage. Of course, you had these 6% interest rate.
Only on the first one, Jeff? Interest only?
No. We've probably paid down a little bit over the 9 years or whatever we've been in there. on the first, whatever you would normally get out of 9 years payment.
Well, it'd be nice. I think you should do some research.
Interest only, though.
The second one is interest only.
Yeah.
And were you ever sending it? Were you ever sending additional money towards principal, or did you just get talked into it by a bad mortgage dude? What happened?
We got into it because it was pretty tight. So I mean, we really couldn't afford extra payment.
Well, you didn't put anything down, but you didn't put anything down, and you took those higher interest rates 9 years ago. I don't know.
Right.
9 years ago, wasn't it 2007? How did you get 6%? Man, I don't.
Yeah, it was around. Yeah, it was 07. We moved in July 07.
Stated income? Do you provide W-2s and tax returns and all that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you got it. That's
fire that mortgage person. Of course, he's already out of the business.
Punch that mortgage guy in the face, man.
Well, you can't. You got to find him first.
Listen,
Alex.
Jeff. Here's a scoop, dude. I'll call you for the show. Let's do an appraisal, see what it comes in at, and we'll make some moves from there, man. I mean, it's all contingent upon the appraisal.
Okay, so basically, I can get something close to 100%.
We can go close to it. Yes. I can't go to 100%. I can go to 97% loan to value. So we're
the
right.
house might be worth a little more realistically, but I don't try to bank on that.
Here, let's check it out, man. I mean, here, if worst case scenario, you're in the same spot you're in right now. So it's not the end of the world.
My wife has had some credit issues too, so I hope that doesn't play into it. But
it will play into it, obviously. But you know,
I hope it doesn't ruin it. I guess is what I'm saying.
Well, we can always maybe do it just in your name. But I mean, there's a lot of intangibles there. But
we'll give you a call, Jeff. Check it out.
Give me like a half an hour. I'll call you right back.
All right, sounds good.
Awesome. Thanks.
Right. Anyone who's calling the show, if you don't get in today, hey, definitely. One of the things you can do is there's local real estate agents would love to run comparable sales. It only takes them about 5 or 10 minutes. If you call up a local real estate office in your area, it would be their pleasure. Trust me. Real estate agents one day want to list your home, and if they could just do you a favor and show that they provide some great service, they would love to do that for you. And again, I have tons of agents that I can call on, and what you should do is call and find out if you want to build a relationship with a local agent. Call and simply ask them to run the comparable sales in your neighborhood. They'll show you everything that's sold over the last 12 months, and you could pretty much get a good barometer of what your house is going to sell for.
Man. And we've got 10 calls on hold, and we have only about 5 minutes after the show, not even that, 2 minutes. If you can't get on the air right now, you can always call our office at 1-800-LOW-RATE. That's 1-800-569-7283. I think Ron's there. Ron's a terrible parker. He only pulls his car in halfway into the spot, but he's a great mortgage guy. He'll be there. I think Mark's there. I mean, call the office. You
call the professionals. Hey, let's sneak one more call in. I like Dave on line 5 there in Chesterfield. Hey, Dave. Oh, you got that one?
4, 5.
There you go. Hey, Dave. Good morning from Chesterfield. What's happening?
Oh, not too much.
What's going on, man?
Hey, looking at purchasing a house around $320,000. Looking at selling our existing home, which we should be able to get about $225 for. We only owe $70,000 on the house.
Good.
But got a couple different things. I got a home equity loan totaling about $40,000, and I got a lower credit score is only 675. So looking to see what we can do to make that happen.
Well, you can you can buy a house with a 675 credit score. That's no big deal.
Yeah, very good credit. You're going to have a good chunk of money to put down. You're probably looking at least 20% down, right?
Right.
Yes, I mean, so. Whoa,
what was that?
Okay. What are you doing, Dave?
That's okay.
There's what's called loan level pricing adjustments. Everything's based on the loan to value and the credit score. So, I mean, if you're going to put down, 20, 30%, it's an easy deal, man. There's nothing wrong at all with that.
Hey, Dave, we'll give you a follow-up call. Thanks for the call.
Easy transaction, buddy.
Want to thank all the callers for calling in. If we didn't get to your call, we're definitely going to be following you up. I'm headed back to the office to give you a phone call. Call Capital Mortgage Funding, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. Of course, we'll see you here next Saturday. We got Pat Caputo coming up with sports. I'm Harvey Freed for Alex Tabusi. We will see you next Saturday.
Proceeding was a paid program. Views expressed on this program are not necessarily those of CBS Radio, its sponsors, or affiliates.
Hi, here
Gary Glantz for Capital Mortgage Funding. Rates are at historic lows, and they're not going down to zero. So what are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE and let our award-winning staff help you save money. If you're looking to purchase a new home, refinance your existing home, and you want to save money, call 1-800-LOW-RATE and take advantage of these historic low rates. That's Capital Mortgage Funding, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. What are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE. Capital Mortgage Funding is powered by Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation, NMLS ID number 2289, Equal Housing Lender.
At Boston's, we want you to stick it. Wait, don't change the station. We mean you should try our new Stick It menu, like our famous Mamma Mia pizza on a stick, jalapeno cheddar sausage dogs on a stick, or for dessert, glazed cinnamon rolls on a stick. All perfect for sharing when celebrating with friends. Sticks are the new forks. Pass it on. Boston's, we've got you covered.
Boston's Shelby Township, located at the northwest corner of Hall Road and Hayes, or visit bostons.com. We've got you covered.
Weingarts, everything from lawn to snow.
Hi, I'm Dan Weingarts. For over 70 years, our family has been helping Michigan families like yours find everything you need to care for your lawn. Over the years, we've grown with you to offer the unbeatable selection of outdoor power equipment you've come to know and trust. And our experienced technicians and unmatched parts inventory keep your equipment running like new. Now through April 16th, during our season opener sale, check out the full line of Honda outdoor power equipment.